Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, there's apparently a brand new PlayStation 5 secret surprise and secret update that got somewhat sneaked on in the most recent PlayStation 5 update slash brand new firmware update slash system update, what do you guys want to go and call it? And as well, we also have a pretty intriguing statement from an ex-Sony manager discussing why some of these PlayStation 5 features are taking so long, why did Xbox get them quicker, and all of that put together. So we have quite a few little intriguing things coming out over here, especially if you guys obviously like playing games. Sometimes these updates are very nice to see. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the channel itself and for our PS5 giveaway. Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow. We also do still have our Target and Amazon links down below for all the PlayStations, consoles, and let's dive into the video itself. So one big thing is when it comes to updates, whenever there's like these really big patches, really big things, they typically will have a beta. And as you guys may know about, the beta had like a 1440p update, game list, basically like text-to-speech recognition, and a few other pretty big things, and I think everything that's come out from it so far has been solid. Like, I think it's a good update that was needed, and it also has features that people will probably utilize. You may not fully use them every single day, or you may not fully use them, maybe in general, but I can almost guarantee you guys, at least for the 1440p update, there are people out there with 1440p monitors and TVs. But sometimes they do like to go and weasel in a hidden surprise. So for this one, we actually now have been seeing people finding a brand new PlayStation 5 update little baby feature with a hidden surprise for trophy fans. And we also, I guess we'll talk about the little manager room comment too in a second, where thankfully achievement hunting just got easier. Although this could be slightly controversial, because we also have been having a lot of PlayStation, like basically bloatware games that have been pushed, although we did see Sony fix that as of the last update with that. So PlayStation 5 users can now view all of a game's hidden trophies now with just a single button press, as now a part of the brand new console's latest firmware update. So with all of this, that just basically just makes it easier. I like it. So alongside introducing the 1440p support and a slate of new social tools, the new PS5 update includes a few hidden quality of life features. While Sony's kept pretty quiet about the changes, YouTuber Mystic marked them all up and spotted a subtle new feature on the console's trophy list. And I have been seeing this kind of spread out a little bit too. I think I saw a Reddit post on this. I think I saw maybe one or two tweets. So it's just always kind of nice when people have a chance to see this stuff and just notice stuff as you're going through the files. So a new toggle lets you reveal all the hidden trophies in a game, which I'm not really sure if I fully like. I guess it depends on how much, how big the hidden trophies really are, because sometimes, it does pertain to special things like Easter eggs. Sometimes you don't want to ruin the surprise. Sometimes it's, a little bit different. I don't know. I'm someone who doesn't really like to be spoiled, even for like there's a twist, or, it gets really good. Like, even for like the subtle things I try my best to avoid. Now, if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to complain. But maybe some people like this because they don't want to go in, like they want to platinum or get all the, achievements. And this might also give them a list to be like, okay, like I'm not going crazy. There is something else I have to do, or there is something I missed. And that probably would have been nice if you guys ever played Genshin, because, basically for Genshin, you got to go and find specific like little icons throughout the map to get more stamina and stuff. And if you missed them, it's kind of hard to find. So basically, this new toggle lets you then reveal all the hidden trophies in a game, making it easier than ever for trophy hunters to track down achievements they're missing. Before this update, PS5 users had to reveal each hidden trophy individually, which could eat up a lot of time for most achievement-intensive titles. So think like a big AAA game that's actually like filled with a lot of good content. Like if you want to perfectly platinum or perfectly get the game, like you got to make sure it's all good. So basically, to reveal a game's hidden trophies, you just have to go to the Trophies menu and find the game you're after. Tap the Options button on your DualSense wireless controller to open a drop-down menu, and then toggle the Reveal All option. Be wary though, well, some hidden trophies pertain to skill challenges or Easter eggs. Also, and this is kind of like what I was saying, where it can kind of go either way. Thankfully, this is optional, and you do have to do it yourself. Like, it's not like just going to show up or just pop up. Like, you specifically, physically have to choose to do this. which makes sense, makes sense. So basically, like, it depends. So, like, you don't have to do it. You're not going to get spoiled. And if you want to try to find it, maybe you're mostly done with the game. Maybe you're playing a game that's old and you already saw the ending on a Twitch or YouTube, or you just know in general, then you can still check it out. So basically, if you're playing a plot-heavy game and you want to avoid all spoilers, you'd be best off keeping the hidden trophies covered up, which I'd agree on. Plenty of other minor updates too, as we've mentioned before on this one. There's been things like the console screen reader capabilities too as well. Very nice to see. The web browser now supports zoom controls too, so if you ever are just doing whatever you're doing, we're never going to judge you. You zoom in on stuff, and it's easy to view another user's profile after accepting their friend request or sending them a message too as well. So we have a lot of just interesting stuff. We did also go and see the Blu-ray update, which I do believe was leaked maybe around 2 weeks ago or so, where they did finally go put some mentions on the PSVR 2, with Sony's the next upcoming next-gen virtual reality headset. So I'm still debating if I want to get mine as well, so leave a comment down below if you guys think I should, or if you guys want to see some videos on it, or whatever. But at least we do know it's still set to be confirmed for next year, and as well, we haven't had any features removed, but we do have some nice little sneaky stuff if you guys want to check this on out. But as well, it kind of goes into the whole topic of why things were being removed and what's going on. So we actually now have an article over here from PSU.com stating, ex-Sony manager reveals why the PS5 folders were actually not just included on day one launch. And it's kind of surprising because it has been 2 years, pretty much, since the consoles actually come out. So with this, Steven Trombetta, a former Sony manager who worked at the company for 6 years and was involved in the creation of PS5's various features, has explained that folders were not included at launch due to the console maker wanting to avoid the crunch during the global COVID-19 pandemic. So this is actually, I would say, kind of good news, kind of good and bad. And we haven't really seen Sony have too many big stances or big pushes when it comes to making sure their workers are treated right, making sure it's not like really big worker crunch or development crunch. And of all things, I would assume a console would be very high up there. Video games, you could still kind of understandably so, but when it comes to the consoles, like these were like both released within 2 days of Xbox, so you think the crunch would be a little bit harder. But I will go give Sony some credit. This is actually some good news out here, that they did, I believe, wanted to have the folders included at launch. Like, apparently this was a feature that they want to have as an official launch title, which I would have been okay with. I think it would have been, in my opinion, cool. But as well, I'm a PC guy, so I'm always kind of used to early access games. They get updates as time goes on, or changes as time goes on. But basically, this is cool. Like, they said, hey, we want to make sure our workers are treated right. We want to make sure everyone's not like having a hustle 24/7, not like 80 hours of overtime, all this stuff put together, which I could actually appreciate. I could actually think that'd be very, very nice. But they obviously didn't get the features, and they kind of came out a few years later. But that's okay. Like, I'm always in the boat, and I push forward. I always say it on my YouTube channel that I'd rather folks not have to deal with the crunch and not have to stress, and maybe just add it later on in a patch, which is what they ended up doing, although 2 years later. And this was also apparently a big issue, too, which I would also understandably so understand. A lot of this was also during the global COVID pandemic. Although I do want to say I think some of the stuff came out a little bit earlier, as well, in terms of like, managing stuff, editing stuff, making files. Like, I'm sure a lot of stuff was out beforehand, but I'm sure it does change a lot as time goes on. So the PS5 folders were actually released yesterday as part of the new update, as we mentioned, for Sony's latest console. But then this is the big issue where Kotaku ran the story with a headline stating that folders should have been there at launch. Trombetta set the record straight. So basically, like, Kotaku's trying to be like, bros, this should have been like a day one feature, what's going on? And then this is why Steven Trombetta spoke up, stating, hey, Kotaku, we built this console in the middle of a global pandemic without requiring any crunch from anyone, which I respect. I will give them, like there's been some kind of bad Sony PR recently. I would give them some respect for this. Some things had to go to make them a reality. It'd be nice if you weren't rude about it. Employee health was a priority, and I'm glad it was. And I stand by that. Like I said, I am with people. I want folks to feel healthy. I want people to go to work and not want to, cry themselves to sleep whenever they're going and coding stuff or making stuff or testing stuff or, whatever's going on. So I'm happy to see this. I'm happy to see that they actually address this. So a Twitter user then asked Trombetta if a lot of players utilize the folders feature, to which he said, they generally don't. Players just want to pin like the 3 games they play regularly. Some people do and will organize everything, but those people are rare power users, which I think I'm still someone who probably would go and pin those games. Like right now, it's like 2K coming out, and let's say you play Fortnite and Apex. Like, boom, there's the triple pin right there, and you have the games that are long-term multiplayer friendly games that you will pop in and out into quite a bit. Versus, once again, single player games usually kind of sit through, like, at least for me, I will usually go and just I will do one single player game at a time and then beat them as time goes on. So at least in my opinion, I think it works out good. But cool and interesting stories. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Target links down below, and the Twitter and Twitch stream as well down below if you guys want to follow. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.